Hey.
Okay. You gonna do the intro? There we go.
That's a rough ending.
Well, I would think that's it. A little bit of turbulence, a little bit of rough now, but we're all here. It looks like we all survived. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to edition 11 of All Angles Boxing and Combat Sports Channel. I'm your host, Dave Trujillo, along with my co-host. We have Brittany just to the left of me or to the right, whichever way you're looking at it. And then Omar to the right of her. We got Caesar at the bottom. And Brittany brought a special guest on today. Brittany, guest.
So, what's up? LT Smash, Lorawnt-t Smash Nelson.
Yep. Lorawnt-t Smash Nelson.
All right, LT. Well, pleasure. I don't know. I
Boss's stream is so choppy.
It is.
It's so choppy.
You know, I don't. It is. I don't understand why. Okay. What I'll do is let's see here.
This windy weather.
Fine. Let me see here.
Right? It is.
Oh.
So while he fixes that, I'm just going to run with
amazing.
it. LT, you have a phenomenal record in combat sports. For the viewers who don't know you, you are 9-7 in MMA, but you're 19-4 in kickboxing and Muay Thai. You're 6-4 in boxing. You're 2-0 in bare knuckle. You are undefeated in bare knuckle, and you're 1-0 in Lethway. You, in fact, competed in the first ever USA sanctioned Lethway fight. And for those that don't know, that's like headbutts and bare knuckle.
Isn't that 9-point striking? Is that what Lethway is?
The art of 9 limbs.
Right? That's what it is. Yeah, I've heard about that. And basically, I'm not too familiar with it, but I've heard that it's basically Muay Thai, a little bit more brutal, and with headbutts, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, take off the gloves and add some headbutts.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Muay Thai is pretty brutal as it is, and to make it more brutal is pretty crazy. I got to give credit for jumping in there.
Yeah. He's definitely he's been nicknamed the uncrowned king of the Trigon. He is 2-0 in bare knuckle, signed with BYB Extreme Fighting Series, and he is on the December 9th card fighting for the interim BYB 165-pound title and the Police Gazette American 165-pound title. So, I mean, he's just incredible, and he's an active fighter. He's so incredibly humble and respectful. And he's the kind of fighter that, like, you gotta hit him and, like, wake him up for him to, like, really flip and turn on. And I love that about LT's fighting styles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That last picture, really quick. That last picture was a perfect example of you should see the other guy, right?
You know. Hey, but Brittany was saying I took some shots first, you know, and then I was like, all right, what's up? And then I start reading to people, getting my game plan set a little bit. I think I don't know what it is when I start. I need to get cracked, or I need someone to be like, yo, you know, this is for real. What's up? get in the groove, get in your game, get in your mode. I don't know, something. But I need to get hit or something. It was weird.
Yeah, you do. I mean, in your last BYB fight, your opponent put you down twice.
Yeah.
And then you came back and you won the fight.
Yeah.
It's just the kind of fighter you are, you know. I think you just kind-hearted, you know, at your core. And
100%.
so you don't really want to hurt somebody until you get hurt first. And then you're like, well, fuck this. And then you're done.
My girlfriend or my parents like it that much until I do well.
Right, I'm sure. Is Haley there? What's up, Haley?
Yeah, she's actually upstairs tucking in her daughter Lakin. So but they're here, but she's about to come back down in a second. But they probably say what's up too. Always.
Right on.
They're gonna come out with me to Colorado next weekend. So
That's exciting. Right on. Why are you coming to Colorado?
well, I'm gonna come up to the fight. I'm gonna come up to the fight on the 18th, and then I'm going up to Breckenridge for a couple of days. Just hit the for a couple of days, ski for a couple of days, and go back and finish the rest of my training camp.
Oh, that's awesome. That'll be a nice little break. So for those that don't know, there is a Sparta SC is having an event here in Denver. And your one of your training partners is competing, correct?
Two of them actually. Check out Forza Combat Sports, Forza Muay Thai. Two of our guys, Jeff and Christian. I'm super sorry. I should probably know their last names. They are my brothers, but I do not know their last names. But I'll try to find that out. But Jeff and Christian are fighting. Check out Forza page, Forza Muay Thai on Instagram. Maybe you can find it out there. But yeah, they're fighting on November 18th, Denver, Colorado, Sparta Combat League. Check it out.
Awesome. And speaking of Sparta, you are the two-time king of Sparta. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. 155 pounds and 170 pounds. And I already told Jeff, January 27th, what's up? I'm defending that 55 belt. Come on.
Nice. So what is the King of Sparta? Explain that to people who don't know.
Well, the King of Sparta, it's one of my favorite things to do. I love bare knuckle too, obviously, every type of fighting, but it's an 8-man tournament, and there's fighting 3 different people in one night. The first fight's a 4-round pro boxing fight. A 4-round pro boxing fight. The second fight is a 3-round pro kickboxing fight, and then the third fight is a 3-round pro Muay Thai fight. And
right.
I'm assuming it ends. I'm assuming somebody gets knocked out. It's over. The 3 other fights don't happen, right?
Well, if so no. So it's 8-man tournament. So it's like one. If you fight the boxing and you lose, you don't move on. So only if you win. So like, I fight one of the seeds in the tournament, and someone else fights them, and then we both fight the next people. Then we both fight at the end. So we're only meeting each person once, but you have to be victorious to move forward.
So the final is going to be a completely different discipline than the first fight of the tournament.
Yeah, and a different time. So like my first time doing it, I think I had my first fight at like 5:30 p.m. and then I had my last fight at like almost midnight. And
these are sanctioned fights. Like your record will be up on BoxRec on the pro side. And
there's sanctioned fights. That's what's even cooler about it, because I get some fights on all my records. Pretty cool.
I got 3 birds with 1 stone, right?
No. You get it all in one day.
Yeah.
But I just love it. Just the way it's set up is perfect for my style too. Because I still train my grappling and ground game, but it's set up perfectly. Boxing, kickboxing, then MMA. It's set up perfectly for my style, because it's going to seed out some of those just people that just wrestle, or people that just do jiu-jitsu. It might seed them out a little bit on those early fights, and then I'm fighting someone more well-rounded that's down to bang.
Interesting. A quick question. I see you're a true martial artist. And a lot of people don't look at boxing as a martial art, which it is. And you've done a few different martial arts. You've competed. Did I see that you fought in Glory as well? That's like the highest level, right?
Yeah, I fought in Glory. I was ranked number 10 in the world for while I was in Glory, and then COVID happened, and then I haven't fought for them since. But
so, out of all those, which one would you say personally is your two questions? Your favorite personally, and the one that you would say is probably the hardest to master.
Man, my favorite. I love kickboxing so much just because I can I just natural knees, punch. I just love being able to throw a little bit of everything. But it's just I don't know. There's not like a huge area and game for it, especially here in the United States. So if you want to make a life in this fight game, I feel like you definitely need to pursue something different, right? I'm not always, but and in my sense, I found bare knuckle, and bare knuckle opened up a huge, a whole new eye, light in my eye, man. I don't even know how to talk about it. It's like a different kind of thrill ride, stepping out there in the ring and touching fist to fist and throwing down. You know what I mean? It brings it to back in the day with me when I wasn't even alive. You know what I mean? It feels surreal out there. And it's my new favorite thing, man. And then going to your second question, man, I've had a lot of tough fights. I definitely think for me, since I think pro boxing is probably one of the tougher ones. I think to truly master, because they're truly some of the best at one art and one style, and super skilled at what they do. And then there's also a lot of scheming and different things going on in the boxing world too, and every part of the so that's another thing, or be able to work on your name that way too. So I think boxing is probably one of those harder games to really become the best at, not only for the aspect that you have to know people to get up there, but also just the whole fight style is definitely a challenging one. And I'm not a straight boxer. I like to do a little bit of everything, but I'll still throw down with the best boxers around too and do my thing.
Well, I'll tell you, the bare knuckle guys, you guys are a different breed of fighter. You guys are truly fighters where I don't know. I'm in the boxing world on a daily basis, and I would say, and Dave probably sees this, but I think that if I'm saying 50% of the boxers that are fighting right now would dare to step into a bare knuckle boxing ring, only 50%. I don't think higher than that, and I'm trying to be nice at 50%.
And that's and I've told people too, if I'd step into my weight class, and I'm just being brutally honest right now, you know what I'm saying? If I step in the ring in my weight class against the best boxer in the world in a glove boxing fight, I'd probably lose the fight. I'm being honest. But if that same dude came into the bare knuckle game, come on, I'm down to scrap, and we're gonna have a fight, and he's gonna be like, oh shit, this is real right now.
Is that different to you, huh? Well, you both. It's that much of a difference?
I think so, man. It's crazy taking off the gloves. It's weird to me. Just when I hit people without gloves on, it just feels weird. It's just so much more natural. I don't know. It's just something different for me.
Besides the obvious, right? The punches, but what else changes between the two?
I don't know. Just the whole aspect of the timing and the punch, the actual punch, man. I feel like you can get you have to land pretty clean here with as boxing. I've been hit with glancing shots that still connect, sort of the bare knuckle. Some of those bare knuckle shots you don't hit correct, you're messing up your hand, or those little jabs and little shots are cutting you. So it's you have to be first, you have to be aggressive, you have to go out there and throw down right off the bat and sort of get in it, and I don't know, get hit and let it start going right away, or you're just gonna have a bad night.
You guys are crazy.
I love it. Once you see and hear and feel a bare knuckle event live, it's like no other. And I have never been to a BYB event, and I am kicking myself because I haven't been to any of LT's fights yet in BYB. It's so different.
that triangle ring. Wait till you like get to it, and you're there live, and you see how small it is. You're like, every time I've seen, I know it's only been a couple times, but I'll go see it, and I stand there. I'm like, damn, did it get smaller or something? I can't remember. Like, what the hell's going on? It's just been, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to see. It gives me chills every time I see it. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a fight no matter what.
Right, because there's nowhere to run. You've got 3 really tight corners.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like what, all of 22 square feet?
Yeah.
Something like that. You've got nowhere to go. You know what I mean? And even big Tony Lopez knows how to move that trigon. So you have made that trigon your home and you have owned it. You are 100% the uncrowned king, soon to be crowned king.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't fucking wait, LT. I can't wait. I'm so jealous Tim is going to be there and I'm not.
I just love to fight and put on a show for the crowd, the fans. That's what that's what I do. I love to grind, work hard, push myself and see where it takes me and try to fight, try to fight the best that I can fight and see where I'm at in my career and my life and push myself. And that's my favorite thing I like to do, so it's cool to always test and challenge myself.
And how'd you start? I mean, are you that athlete turned fighter? Were you doing something prior to fighting?
I used to play like hockey and lacrosse. In South Africa, I played water polo and rugby and whatnot. But yeah, I've always just been athletic. I've been like a thrill seeker in a way too. And I think just the fight game and doing different disciplines and just staying in shape is like a little bit of the best of every aspect of the world that I enjoy, pushing myself, working hard, testing myself against another human, and like fighting, I think is the best thrill ride in the world. Like, I'm about to go up and step inside the ring against another human, and my fans and family are watching. Like, oh yeah, I don't want to do bad against them. That's like a thrill ride right in itself, and it's my favorite thing to do.
It's the funnest ever, huh? It's
like after that first one, I was like, oh my word, I'm addicted right now.
Yeah. I know the feeling. I loved it myself. I loved it. It was awesome. But I
the closest I've been. Oh, sorry.
No. I said he reminds me of a good friend. Rest in peace. That he fought, and he pretty much fought like you. Like, you guys just enjoy it, and the fact that you get paid to do it is just a bonus, right? And his name is Joe Camacho. I don't know if you ever met him, but he was a guy from Southern California, and you remind me a lot of him. True martial artist.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah. Sorry about the loss, bro.
Yeah, no worries. He was a good kid.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
So let me ask you this, LT. How old were you when you first started fighting? What got you into any martial arts or any sport?
I was actually across the street, or my parents were getting like a massage at Massage Envy or something, and I had nothing to do for an hour. I'm not even joking. I had nothing to do for an hour, and there was like a LA Boxing across the street. I remember LA Boxing back in the day, and I went into an LA Boxing. It was like thought it was like a legit fight gym where like all the fighters go. Like, oh yeah, LA Boxing, and I walked in there, and the guy's like, oh, we're about to start class. Do you want to jump in for a class? I'm like, I don't have any clothes or anything. He's like, so good. You can just keep your because I had like sweatpants on and a t-shirt, and like just keep what you have on, and you can do the class. We'll have gloves and stuff for you. And I was like, all right. And I did the class and enjoyed it. And afterwards, they probably say it to everyone, but they're like, oh man, you're a natural, man. You should sign up for this much money. And then I'm like, oh my word. You know what? I'm gonna talk to my parents outside. Don't worry, I'll be. And then like, I really did enjoy it. And then I went back in there and I started training there. And then I had like 5 MMA fights in like a matter of 6 month period, or 6 or 8 months. And then I went pro right away. I didn't really have much guidance, so I was just like wanted to fight. And then I found out you can make money, and I was like, why am I fighting for free? Like, what's going on here? So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go pro then. So I went pro. I could have definitely done some things differently, but at the same time, I'm happy, you know, coming up the way I did and learning for myself, because now, you know, now I can obviously help other people out coming up as well, and just understand now for my future from here on out what to do as well.
That's awesome. Real quick, I'm going to have to do some shout outs here. We got some good people up on board. Welcome on board, Sean Ulrich. We got Candy's Hardwood Flooring out of the Colorado area. Sean Fitzgerald, Christopher Gitz, and 4 others are watching. It doesn't show them there, but hello. Thank you for tuning in. We got Bob Rizzo Wrzinski is watching. Eddie Rodriguez Sr., the matchmaker. Welcome, Eddie. Jerry Salinas, what's up, Jerry? What's up? He says, what's up, Dave and Caesar? How you doing, Jerry? And then we got Pablo and Inez Padilla are also watching. If I haven't seen anybody else yet, I'm sure it'll pop. But I always got to throw out to all of our fans that are joining us. You know, LT, you remind me of somebody, and he's a personal friend even till this day. And we trained together over 20-something years ago. And we even trained our kids together. He actually handled more of the grappling, and I handled more of the striking. And that's Mark the Cobra Hall. I don't know if anybody remember him from way back of the day. I believe he was the very first UFC champion.
Nice.
When the UFC very first came out. And so, yeah, he was back in the when you know, Tank Abbott and those guys were coming out with the Shamrocks and what have you. But you remind me a lot of him, because it didn't matter to him what it was, or where it was, or how it was, whether it was gloves, headgear. It didn't matter, you know. And you guys you take a special individual to do this.
People always don't think it's the smartest of me, but it's just what I feel like I was born to do, and I love to do it, and I, you know, bring it on. Any type of fight, anytime, anywhere, anyone, you know, let's do it.
And much respect to you, brother. Much respect, man. I'm gonna have fun looking out for you now, and following you, because
this bare knuckle game, man. This bare knuckle game, they better watch out. I'm gonna still keep grinding and doing my glove combat too, but this bare knuckle game is getting taken over, man. I grind way too hard. I work way too hard. No one's taking this from me.
Oh, right on, man. Bare knuckle. The closest I ever got to bare knuckle was fighting in the streets. You know, so you're going toe to toe, man. You know,
that's scary. That's scary.
I know. That's what. Back those thrills, like my first one against Rico. I remember I got jabbed a couple times, and I was like, just in my head naturally, I was like, oh crap, like whoa, my face feels swollen already. I just got hit with 3 jabs only. What's going on here? Holy crap! It's a different game.
So that's how it feels when you wear Cleto Reyes gloves or Everlasting X.
Those are probably even worse, because it just keeps your hand perfect, right?
You got a cast underneath, so you know.
8 ounces.
Exactly. It's like 8 ounces around your wrist, right? Instead of your knuckles.
So you got to fight next week, right? You're saying next week?
No, not next week. Next
You're
week,
going next week to Colorado.
Yeah, I'm coming to Colorado. 2 of my teammates are fighting, and then I'm just gonna stay for a couple of days and go to the mountains with my girlfriend and her daughter, and then I'm coming back, and then just grind. I'm always in shape, always grinding, man. I stay ready. This is what I do for a living, so like I stay ready, stay on point. So, you know, it's always good for me to take a couple of days off, and then I'll come back and get right back at it the same way. And
so right now you're sitting around waiting for your next fight to come up. You want it to be in bare knuckle?
Yes, it's December 9th.
Okay, so is that where your career is headed to? It looks like bare knuckle. I mean, where is your career at this point?
Yeah, man. I've told people too. Like, I mean, I love to fight in general, man, and I've signed a contract with BYB where they're allowing me to still do gloved combat outside of, I think it's like 40 days of their fights or something like that. So I can still do my gloved combat, which is pretty cool because I can stay active. And I love to stay active. BYB gives me maybe 4 fights a year. Then maybe my kickboxing gives me 2, 3. Then someone else, you know, so I like to at least I like to stay busy getting at least 6+ fights a year, which sounds like a lot, but man, that's what I like to do. Because if not, I'm just grinding and training. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do for a living. So and I love it. And I think I do the best when I'm active in any combat sport. But right now, I told BYB, whoever wants to like pay me, you know, I've been grinding for a while. I've over 50 pro fights now. It's like, you know, whoever wants to pay me what I think I deserve, and I know that I'm worth for how I fight, and people like to watch me fight, then people need to do that, and I'll throw down for them no matter what.
I'm looking up your boxing record right now.
Oh, sounds like you built yourself a pretty good platform.
I see. Are you still boxing?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll still do boxing. I just haven't had. I mean, they've always offered me, like, normally lately they offer me just like a week or two notice against like top like 12-0 knockout artists or something like that. And normally I used to be dumb and be like, oh yeah, I'll do that for $2,000. Perfect. Now it's like, now I'm trying to be a little bit smarter and take smarter fights and like do the right thing for my career. I think it's smart for once, you know? But yeah, I mean, I still, you know, I love boxing. I think boxing is freaking awesome. All these boxing fights I've been given, I get given them like 2-week notice, 1-week notice, 3-week notice. I want like actual camp if I take my next like glove boxing fight, because, you know, I do a little bit of everything. If I'm taking a glove boxing fight, I want to grind and just box and go to an actual gym and learn straight boxing from a boxing coach and go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
LT, I feel like, is
that's pretty cool, man.
A sponge of a fighter. He just absorbs everything that he's been taught and can adjust that in his style, in all the styles, if that makes sense. Like, he's a true combat athlete. And the fact that he's so humble with it and so honorable, like, you're never disrespectful to your opponents. You know what I mean? Like, I might be out there stirring the shit a little bit more than you, but you're never, you know what I mean? I love that.
I've got the most respect for all my opponents, because they're like, this is my job, this is my work. Without those people, I couldn't be doing what I love. So like, I've love for them because they're stepping in there with me, and then afterwards, what's up? We're cool. You know what I'm saying? I got no animosity or hate for anyone I fight, real.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, man. I after
kind of business is kind of
Dave's getting. Are you getting chopped? Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. I thought I'd get choppy on us a little bit there.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, I know I'm choppy. I don't understand why. From Frontier to T-Mobile, man, I have the greatest connections I've ever had, and I don't know what's happening today. I guess Frontier is trying to block T-Mobile. Real quick, you know, what's that? Go ahead, Caesar. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, go for it. Thanks. I thought you might have a quick swig. No, man. Just
cheers.
No, what I was about to ask you about his future. I mean, he's not old by any means, right? I wish I could be 32 again, or 32, right? Is that what I saw?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, but I mean, there's an end to this fight game.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, MMA fighters, for some reason, could stretch it out a little longer than other disciplines, right? Or martial artists could stretch it out. But regardless, it comes to an end. Where's your future? What are you? I'm assuming you're going to stay in the fight game.
Yeah, 100%. I'd love to stay in the fight game. Always going to stay in the fight game, man. I definitely want, you know, always think about like the future. I do hold. I think I'm a pretty decent pad holder and decent coach as well. And, you know, definitely start, you know, doing pads, maybe have my own gym at one point. I've got a lot of, you know, open-ended plans, sort of, that nothing in certain, like for certain, obviously, but definitely would go in the style of like teaching or like mentoring in a way. Or I've always told my like parents too, it might sound like goofy or weird, but I've always wanted to like help I've always told my people I want to help people in a way, any way I can. Like, and so if I can help in a way of like me talking to people, I used to be a dumbass. I used to drink, party too much. I've been sober for almost next January will be like 5 years now. And that's another reason I stay, I feel younger than ever and better than ever. And I'm fighting better than ever because like I got a new fury underneath me. I'm ready to go and take over the world because, I found what my passion is and not just letting it go down a bottle or something like that. And I know I can help other people through words too, or just seeing my story or whatever else, and know that like I'm someone that has gone through that stage, and people like the fight game too. So maybe people will listen to someone that's fought, or someone that can match something in their life that they've been through.
You know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. The world needs you right where you're at right now, and it needs you when you're done with your career.
Yeah, 100%.
These young people out there need solid warriors like you and others that are out there mentoring these kids. And that iron only sharpens iron. We all know that. And I'll tell you what, if I mean, you're a champion all around, man. You've just done so much with so many different disciplines. That is phenomenal because that is very rare. You're probably a top 5%er. Because it's that's what it takes to do something like that. You're the top 5%. So no matter what you do, you got your career and the rest is going to be in combat regardless. It's going to be amazing to watch you with your career and even watch what you do after your career, because 20 years down the line, man, you're going to be in somebody's corner and history is going to be made with somebody else that you helped get there. And somebody else that you got to help get off of the bottle or out of the streets or off of drugs. So I appreciate your mindset right now where it's at. That iron sharpens iron. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for even, having me on here and talking to me too. I appreciate that. We're all helping each other grow. It's cool.
Absolutely, we are. Yep. Do you have any plans to, is there any word on defending your XFN Lightweight Championship? Next year, maybe?
Yeah, so I don't know if I should be talking about it or not, but I'm just like, but
okay.
We're talking about February, end of February, something like that, because I got that. I got a lot planned, I think, for next year. So I think it might be looking like end of January, end of February, and then go from there.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Here, December too. Woo! I love it.
Yep. December 9th, BYB Extreme Fighting Series. Is that going to be streaming on the Stadium app, or is it on their YouTube page?
It's going to be on the Stadium app, free on the Stadium app. It's a free app too. Check it out. You can watch stadium.com as well. That's another way to watch it if you don't want to download the app or whatever. Just go to watchstadium.com.
Yeah. But if you have like a Roku TV, you can download the app on your Roku TV and be able to watch it on your TV as well. Yeah. Like, you can get Stadium everywhere. It is free. That's how you can watch all the BYB Extreme Fighting Series, and then they upload it to their YouTube page a couple weeks later, I believe.
Hey, and big shout out is pretty cool. But my girlfriend Haley, she's gonna be one of the green card girls.
I know, I saw that. As soon as I saw that, I looked at him and I was like, "What the fuck? She's gonna be there now too, and I'm not going." I'm so sad.
Also, hey, we'll get you there soon. We'll get you.
That's funny because when I gotta get the guys coming from out of town to fight, and we're in the ring, sometimes I'm messing around. When the ring card girl comes around, I tell them, "Look, that's a prize if you win." You know what I mean? It might work. I was messing around, but you actually got the prize.
It's the automatic prize. Win or lose for me. That's the best part about it.
You got the prize.
Absolutely, yeah. She's my favorite ring card girl. That's for sure.
It's cool. It's a good little good thing for her to let her get something to do, and I know that they'll love her too and probably want her back. So we'll see what's up.
Oh, absolutely.
LT, I want to ask you, what's up with the name? That's pretty unique, man. Is that some kind of Are you doing that just like a stage name, or is that your actual name?
What?
Spelled with a hyphen or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. My name is Lorawnt-t. That's my real name, Lorawnt-t. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a meaning or anything. My parents are crazy like me.
Were they hippies? Were they hippies?
What's up?
Right on, man.
No, it's
baby.
it's like French Italian or something. They just changed it up in their own way. I don't know.
That's pretty unique. Sounds pretty. I noticed it on the flyer right now, and at first I thought it was like some kind of a nickname, but then I saw it as your actual name. That's crazy.
Hell yeah,
pretty cool.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
Did you see the fight this weekend?
So real quick, I got to jump in again here because.
Oh, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. We'll talk about the fight after.
Well, I was going to say, I need to give a little bit of shout out here. Roca Sports, always watching. Thank you for your support, guys. You can see the show tomorrow night. We'll post it. We'll post a banner up for you. For this, and the man is on manager right there. And then we got Jerry Salinas, Smash. Let's see, County's scoring. True champion, no doubt, rises to the occasion. Much love and respect for all that. Robert Atencio, he's watching. He says we got an awesome County's Hardware Flooring, Jake Ramos, Genesis Training Academy, and so on. And again, if I miss anybody, please forgive us. We've got about 4 monitors here with people chiming in on all of them, so I'm trying to catch them as we go. But you got a lot of love there, LT. And you know what, man? To carry that name, it takes a real.
Jake Ramos, Genesis Training Center. He's the man. Cool dude.
Okay, yeah, it says right here. To carry the nickname LT, you got to be the man, and I'm sure nobody will ever question that. Because a lot of Lawrence Taylor, of course, looking back in the day, that was the man. You're LT and. You're the
LaDainian
man.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that.
The younger kids, it's LaDainian Tomlinson. It's not our LT, it's their LT.
or you could just my friends call me Latrell. Latrell. It's my own one.
Latrell.
It fits. That one fits.
Latrell.
Love it.
That's funny.
Love it.
So real quick, Omar, what you got going on your side of the world?
Today, so yesterday we had a Friendsgiving, and it was cool, chow down on some food, and then pretty much just watch the fights. Yeah, I want to get into that. We watched the fights, all the UFC fights yesterday, Adesanya and
Love it. I should have bet on those fights. I had the feature, co-main, and main all picked as my winners, and I could have won some big money. I didn't. I'm not a gambler.
I had the offer. I had somebody tell me, "Hey, this bet," and I was like, "I got Alex Pereira." I was like, honestly, but I was kind of scared. I was like, I don't know, man. Anything can happen in the sport, but yeah, I could have won $100 that last night.
Oh yeah.
Without risk, there is no. Success.
Yeah, for real.
Well, listen,
100%.
I can't afford to lose.
I know, right? That's how I felt. I was like,
I got
$100.
I can't afford to lose.
I was like, I don't know. Inflation's been acting up,
right?
And that indie fight was fire though.
Yeah. That girl's
was good.
fight too. Oh my gosh. That Asian girl's bad. I ain't even gonna try to say her name, but she's bad. She's gonna be trouble for everyone.
The Zhang girl?
Yeah, I can't. I'm not even gonna try. But
so was Dustin
she
Poirier
beat the shit out of
Dustin. Good too.
The Czech girl a while back. You know what I mean? And man, she's gonna be a trouble for that division.
Yeah, that was her last fight against Rose Namajunas.
Johanna.
Rose Namajunas was pretty close too.
Absolutely. Rose is a fantastic.
Knocked out, and then the next one she did a lot better against Rose. I thought, like, she won the last couple of rounds. I thought.
Yeah, I had her winning the last.
I was pretty impressed how she beat Rose easier the second time.
Yeah.
where the first was pretty tight. I thought that Rose was gonna win the second one, and it turned completely different than I thought. That's a really good fighter there, that girl.
Yeah,
You want in
100%.
on this? Yeah, you do. He walked up in the room. He wants in on this.
Oh, is
Get up
Tim
in
there?
here, Big Daddy.
All
Yep.
right, hop in there, Tim.
Hello.
Why are you gonna just walk in and walk away? What the fuck? It's so weird. Sorry about that.
Did anybody catch that Mayweather and Deji fight? that YouTube
No.
YouTuber.
What is that?
Yeah, I wasn't even watching that. I guess they fought. Was that today or something?
I think it was today.
Yeah, it was Floyd Mayweather against some YouTuber. It was just
Yeah,
What the hell?
Yeah.
I feel like I
They should-
would rather watch Jake Paul beat ex-UFC fighters than watch Mayweather beat up YouTubers.
Well, Jake Paul is actually competing legit.
Exactly.
Beast, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Exactly.
Mayweather's
So
just-
for Mayweather to beat up kids off the, you know what I mean? Like,
it
come
was
on.
a joke.
It's a like, what the fuck, Mayweather?
but if
Aren't
I
they
mean,
all?
can you
Aren't
blame
they all
him?
in China?
Yeah, but they're probably paying him a pretty penny for though. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
how much he makes, but what do you think he's making? $10 million?
Millions.
Like
Probably
like
more
he
than that.
needs the money.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know.
Floyd Mayweather
Every-
shows up in Asia.
Still fighting.
He's making
He's still
millions and
going
millions.
to fight.
That's
What
true.
about that Ricky Hatton and Marco Antonio Barrera?
What do
I
you?
didn't see that.
That was kind of interesting though. I was interested.
I didn't see it.
Ricky Hatton's fighting again?
No, well, they did one of those turn back the
Exhibition?
clock legend exhibitions where they get two old
Exhibitions,
guys
yeah.
with
Yeah.
headgear and big gloves and they go at it, you know?
What is that?
Yeah, they're kind of freak shows, but
Yeah.
they went at it this weekend in England. I think Hatton
Oh.
and Marco Antonio Barrera.
That's
He
crazy.
got in shape, though. Ricky Hatton put on some pounds and now he's looking good.
He's looking good or no?
Now he looks pretty slim again.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I think he had kind of a six pack. I think
Yeah.
one of those, those old men six packs where you still
Nice.
kind of have a belly still, but
It's like
a little bit of squares.
yeah, that line.
You'll get one of those one day.
It's a shadow of a. They're called shadows of a six pack.
I'll just get tattoos all over my stomach and then you can't see anything.
Right. That's a good idea. Shoot.
Shit,
There
speaking
you
of
go.
tattoos, I'm going for my
Yeah.
consultation tomorrow to finish my
Hey,
leg.
I didn't mention, but I'm getting one. Shout out to Nocturnal Tattoo, but I'm getting a tattoo on the 18th before the fights. I'm going up at 4:00, get a tattoo, then go to the fights afterwards.
With a the commission is gonna let you. Oh, you're gonna go to the fights. I keep thinking you're gonna fight. Like,
Oh
you guys-
no,
Yeah,
no.
No, when he's like, you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
like corner, aren't you? Aren't you gonna corner him?
No, yeah. He's gonna go. chill.
I don't know if I'm in a corner, but I'm gonna be there. So if they
Right
need
on.
it there for whoever, but yeah, I'm excited just to see some.
Hey Dave, what about Sinisa? Did you guys see Sinisa fight? What did you guys think about that?
I didn't.
Saw the Sinisa fight. Saw Big
I
Surge.
didn't see that one either.
Big Surge in the corner.
Yeah, Sinisa, she had a little tougher time than I think most people thought she was gonna have.
Well, she
Go
came off an
battle,
11-month layoff.
Is that a boxing fight or what?
Yeah, it was boxing. This girl's like one of the top girl fighters, and she's pretty good. They shot her. They shot her a girl who durable and gave her some work, more work than I thought most people thought was going to give her. So, but I think overall it was good for Sinisa.
Oh yeah.
Good.
So, give her a little challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
She had to
I'm
go
the only
through-
one that watched
Yeah,
these
she had to
fights.
go through some.
I worked all day.
Usually
Yeah.
I'm backwards. I don't really watch them.
Thinking about
I watched it.
thinking about women fights. I just
Yeah.
when I fought out in England just now for my last bare knuckle fight, I went to that all women's top ranked boxing card at the O2 Arena. It was dope.
You did? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so jelly.
A couple friends got me a ticket, so I went there with them, and yeah, it was super cool experience.
That's incredible. That's awesome. I'm super jelly.
Yeah, and then I fought not in the same arena, but like pretty much the same area, just a different spot in the O2 arena for my fights the next night, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then that was the same night that there was 2 sanctioned female bare knuckle bouts for the first time ever in England. And one of them had a title on it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So those girls made history too.
Yeah, and then I got home. I got back to the hotel from the fights, and there was literally a car burning on the side of the street, like a nice BMW, like lit on fire, burning, and like no cops around, just people and like fire truck, and they put out the fire in the car, and then everyone just left, and I was like, my homie and I were like, something's up here. This is not normal. Like,
yeah, somebody owed money.
What?
Like, it was like the car wasn't even on a road. It was on like a walkway. I'm not even joking. It was like 1 in the morning. I was like, what the hell's going on?
They're sending a message is what's going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, they were.
I just went back inside, like, all right, cool. Well, that was fun. Thank you, England. I'll see you guys later.
Right. Now that you said that publicly, you're going to get a phone call from somebody in England, but they're going to be like, what'd you see?
Yeah, I was just playing. I didn't see anything. It was actually a Ford Focus.
You were told.
There you go. Well, we got Jerry Salinas talking about Senicia Estrada. She whooped butt, but she looked very good. Not good for being gone a year. And then he's giving a shout out to King Carlos. Looked good, and so did Muratola. Muratola, which he did. He looked real sharp. Yeah, he looked real sharp. He's out of Robert Garcia's gym, from what I understand. He was real sharp, really solid. But for Senicia being off 11 months, and then prior to that, she had to go through a little bit of political stuff, going from I believe she went from Golden Boy. Now she's over at Top Rank. So I know that had a little bit to play, on whatever. But as far as I'm concerned, I mean, that was an incredible fight for her to come back on. She won, so I'm expecting her to shake off all the cobwebs and all the rust and come back even meaner and stronger as she keeps coming back.
Oh, yeah.
It's exciting.
Who else? Anybody see any other fights?
Not boxing.
I didn't. I just watched the ones that, we're bad, huh? We're bad at boxing hosts. We don't watch fights.
There's a couple of...
that's where we...
I live this every day, but I watch the fights of the people that I know, people that have something to do with my business in some form or fashion. Other than that, I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad.
Well, it's all right. Well, you know what the thing about it is too is we all work in the field. You know what I mean? So it's like, if we're cornering somebody's fight, it's hard for us to watch anybody else's fight for the next night, or if we're we're all in the business some way, somehow, whether it's amateur boxing or MMA, Muay Thai, you name it. And, just LT right there, he's in all of them.
I did see the highlights for that. The guy that threw his opponent out of the ring and got DQ'd in the 6th round. I saw the highlights on that one, but I missed the actual card.
We're talking about the boxing event. Boxing?
Yeah.
You see that? Maybe Omar will find us a little highlights.
There's highlights all over.
Yeah, Montana. That was Montana. Montana Love got disqualified.
That was on Friday. Right?
Montana Love got disqualified.
Wow.
That was last night. It was on last night too on the Zone.
Friday.
Okay. That was in Louisiana or something like that, from what I can see.
Stevie Spark.
Yeah.
Spark. Okay.
Yes, Stevie Sparks tossed him over the ropes. Wow, I got to go back and watch that one because I was on the Senicia fight when that was happening.
Yeah.
I believe
that kind of stuff makes my skin cringe a little because we have that ring next to a pool in Mexico. Like, imagine if that happens in Mexico and these kids are landing in the swimming pool.
The gloves on and everything. Cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Our
Yeah.
ring is like literally one side of it is like on the end of a pool. So it's like a 3-foot pool, but if you fall out, you're gonna land in the water, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. Nobody really says anything about it. Everybody fights like that, but that right there scares me.
For real.
Oh, there it is right there. Good job, Omar.
Let me see if I can find this.
There it is right here.
No, that's not. Oh yeah.
Picks him up.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got DQ'd for that?
He got DQ'd from that or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a DQ.
Thanks, Jerry.
Let me ask you, did they
Thank
give
you
him
for
a warning
bringing
or
that up.
something? Because, I mean, yeah, he did it, but it was kind of the heat of the moment thing, and I think that was forgivable. I mean, what do you think, LT?
Yeah, I don't know. Like he definitely was like heat of the moment. I don't know. Let me see it while I'm watching it again.
No.
Yeah,
I'll run it-
I don't know. I
I'll
feel
run
like
it.
he was like pushing his head and stuff like that, but I think it just went like too far from what he was like actually trying to do. I don't know.
In boxing rules, no. If this was bare knuckle where you can grapple and do active clinch work like this, absolutely. And if it was between the ropes, that would be different than over the ropes.
Just playing, just not saying that he did the right thing or that he was wrong or right, just playing a devil's advocate here. But do you think that the momentum of the fighter going backwards, him leaning over, and then him pushing him forward, all of that combined, maybe he shouldn't have pushed forward, but that combined made it more than it was originally gonna be. And it wasn't really, maybe it was just a little shove, and they just went with the momentum and they ended up on the ground. I think it looked forgivable. I think he should have got a warning for that, but I mean,
there was a headbutt that seated that.
Not a point at a bare minimum.
I don't
point.
I don't think I would have stopped the fight unless, definitely taking a point or something. But I don't think I would have stopped the fight and disqualified him unless that other guy got like injured. Luckily he was fine and got right back up. But I think that he should have just let the fight keep going, even though the guy did something wrong, just taking a point away or whatever. But I don't know.
Right,
I'm not a ref, so I don't really. I can't.
We gotta ask Popeye Ray.
So no,
Popeye.
From the highlights that I saw,
so check this out.
He got hit with a headbutt, and so he was acting out of like frustration and aggression. I agree. I don't know who this guy is here, but I agree with this dude. I feel like it was an act out of aggression, like he was trying to find a way out of this fight. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is boxing. You can't fucking do that kind of shit. Even in bare knuckle, you can't do that shit. If it was through the ropes, that'd be one thing. Over the ropes, that's another. That's minimum a full point.
Okay.
If they both want to keep fighting, let them fight. But
I see what Jerry Salinas here is saying is that again, apparently there was a buildup to this.
Yeah.
He had already done something earlier and
preceded
it led to that, so that probably is what caused the stoppage. So
I understand that. That's all I saw in the fight was that. So like in my mind, I'm like,
there's the accidental headbutt right there.
Yeah.
So he's frustrated about that, and then he does the push stuff, and okay, I get it. Was he winning the fight?
So his emotions got a hold of him.
No, he was not winning the fight.
Okay.
And cut on the eye.
He wasn't winning the fight, and he's got a cut on the eye. So
cut on the eye.
So it's a front runner move. He doesn't know how to come from behind, right?
That opponent,
he needs to go to bare knuckle.
Yeah, they got to know how to come from behind. All he can do is quit.
He needs to go to bare knuckle.
I was going to ask you, LT, do you see, because it looks pretty entertaining. I'm not going to lie and say I've seen any full bouts. I've seen bits and pieces, and it looks pretty entertaining. And you're telling me it's two different things, boxing and bare knuckle. But do you see that bare knuckle rising to the level of, well, I don't want to say boxing because that's on its level of its own, right? But the UFC got to a certain level. They're up there. Do you see bare knuckle getting up to a certain level where it's known as maybe not mainstream, but on the edge of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, 100%. Because just because of how people like that excitement, people like to see people get knocked out quickly, people like to see cuts and gore, and like that thrill. You know what I mean? And so I think this is I think it's a great, especially like with all these promotions having like ex-UFC fighters and all these big female fight names and everything's starting to come to this bare knuckle game. I think it's helping the bare knuckle game get a lot bigger, quicker than other sports because of that. They already have that. They're having that name from all these fighters from all these other big disciplines. Even Paulie Malignaggi, dope ass boxer, did bare knuckle before. You know what I mean? Has done bare knuckle. So like all these says like all of those fighters that awesome boxers that come to it, MMA fighters that come, everything is helping. I think helping the bare knuckle game grow quicker. And I think for sure people love it enough, and I think there's enough money involved in it that it can easily become like one of those household kind of names. Maybe not as much for like the family for some families, but like a household fight name. You know what I'm saying?
And a quick side note, that Paulie Malignaggi fight, who Paulie Malignaggi is a master boxer.
Yeah, he's awesome. I love Paulie's style.
You know, he's a boxer, like pure and simple. That's what he does. He only had like 1 or 2 knockouts in his whole career because he just boxed. But he lost against a guy who's known to be just a brawler, right?
Yeah, 100%. Shows you the game.
Right, he's a guy that just brawls, has power, and he beat a master boxer. And I'm assuming because he's not boxing anymore, right?
Hey, that's what I did. You know, I was ranked top 10 in the world for Glory Kickboxing at 155, and it's like I think I'm a good kickboxer, Muay Thai fighter, but like I'm not all pretty fancy, like, oh my word, look at this guy has like the prettiest, coolest kicks ever. No, I'm gonna get in your face and throw down and make it an ugly fight, and you're not gonna look all pretty and be all nice. I'm not gonna stand on the outside and trade kicks with you. I'm gonna do what I like to do. Take angles, get in your face, punch your head, and then I'll kick and throw knees, but I'm going to make it uncomfortable for you and make it a fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play your game. So, same thing. If I was fighting, a pro boxer in bare knuckle, that's what I would do. I would put my hand in his face, grab his head, pull on it, make it, not do illegal stuff. But in my game, I'm allowed to dirty box. I'm allowed to do stuff, get in people's face and make them uncomfortable, right? That you have to do.
And that right there is the reason boxers will not step in. That right there.
100%.
You just pushed about another little percentage of boxers away just with those comments.
Too many.
Absolutely. And that's why they do get more UFC fighters. I feel like Muay Thai fighting is perfect for bare knuckle, routes. Like it's just a different level of gruesomeness.
I mean, your hand care has to be like, keeping your hands on point has to be like on another level when you're bare knuckle boxing, right? I mean, you do any strengthening exercises for just your hands?
No, it's crazy for me, bro. I don't understand. Like every boxing and kickboxing, MMA fight, even MMA fight I've had, like my hands always hurt afterwards. In my bare knuckle fights, I get like swelling and stuff, but my hands are always like good within like a couple days, a week. I don't know why, man, but like I feel like because when I have wraps on and a glove and stuff, it's hard sometimes for me to make like a proper fist without squeezing really hard. So then I have like that little space like this, so then like my hand when I punch is always like closing a little bit. I don't know how to describe it, but when I'm bare knuckle, I can be tight like actual fist and connect with my punch. I don't know, my hands always feel good after, not good, but like better almost than my glove combat fights after my bare knuckle fights. I don't know why, but
sounds like you need Big Surge in your corner.
For real.
Big Surge has been in his corner and is going to be in his corner again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you train bare knuckle? Do you train that?
I don't. So when I box, so my sparring sessions now, I actually just Saturday was my first session starting just boxing. I've been kickboxing and stuff, but so on Saturday I started just boxing, but I still wear six. Actually, I wear 18s now. My coaches, I put 18s on for sparring. And then I do bare knuckle pads though. So I hit all my pads. So he puts a body shield on and just focus mitts, and we hit. And then he'll still wrap my hands, like he does for the fight. So that means just my like wrist and my thumb pretty much. So it's like just my wrist and my thumb. And then, yeah, we just hit pads, 7 rounds, 7, 8 rounds, something like that. And then go from there. My hands feel good though. I'll do some, we have some people come into the pad session. So after we hit some rounds, I'll just do some like jab or simple drills, and we'll put on MMA gloves, like the puffier MMA gloves, and do some simple drills like that to get a little bit more of the feel for the almost style of bare knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I just still do everything. I still do all my, I still grind on my jiu-jitsu. Still doing jiu-jitsu twice a week. I still do all my kickboxing classes, my grinding. I swim, I run. I do a little bit of everything to stay on point. I just feel like, you know, if I'm growing in some aspect, I've always just thought like if I'm getting better at this part, it somehow helps the other part of my life. I don't know how, you know, outside of the gym, inside the gym, whatever it is. So I like to always, you know, be trying to do a little something different.
Yep. Life is
That's
about
awesome,
growth. Man. I love it.
Try to. I didn't always be like, used to be like this, but now
well,
motivate.
Come on,
that's
boss
awesome,
man. Let's hear it.
Well, LT, it's been about an hour, and I know we got to do one thing here because we lost a special fighter this weekend, Anthony Rumble Johnson. You know, so we want to give a you know, blessed prayers to his family and friends and everybody that talk about a young man gone too soon. You know, he fought a lot of different cancers, lymphoma, being one of them. You know, and you know, he brought us a lot of entertainment, a legend of the game, and you know, we're sad to hear this and sad to see him go. But you know, he was a warrior. He brought us a lot of entertainment for many years, and you know, we just wish him, his family, the best, and you know, pray he's gonna reach wherever he got to go, you know, to finish off his journey. Yes, and then that being said, does anybody have any final announcements to make? What we got going on next week? Anything happening good, or you know, we just gonna let the cards fall where they may and see where we come up at the end of the week? Brittany,
I'm gonna go live with Brawlin' Babes with Brittany for the Invicta FC. I forget what number it is, but they're going to be here in Denver on Wednesday night. So I'll be live on the Brawlin' Babes channel there, doing a little behind-the-scenes background stuff. So tune in, Facebook and YouTube channel.
Heck yeah.
Good for you. Awesome, Brittany. That's awesome. And Caesar?
Yeah, first of all, I wanna my condolences to Anthony, you know, Rumble Johnson's family. I met Anthony a few times, you know, being around the fight game. You know, you go to fights here in California, he would be around. Like, one thing is, I could not believe how much weight he would cut. I think he fought at middleweight or like 170. Is that my computer?
I don't know. What is happening? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
That was weird.
Me.
There it is.
But and like, I think he competed at 170 at one point. But if you ever seen him outside of when he was in training,
huge.
Dude was humongous.
Like,
I think he was at the end of his career, he was at 205, right?
Yeah,
which is what he always looked like.
Walking more than that, even, bro. Like, just like
he was massive, and I could not believe that he would make 170 pounds. So great guy. My condolences to his family.
100%.
And also, I have a guy, I signed a former Olympian a few months back. He's making a comeback of sorts. 4 years off, hand injury. We took a fight about a month and a half ago on the B side. And you guys know what the B side is. 6-0, 6 knockouts kid. His name is Cesar Villarraga, my fighter. And then he goes out and he knocks out this guy at 6-0. Knocks him out. So, needless to say, we're making a little bit of a comeback with him now. Hopefully, he could do something. So now we got to fight against an 8-0 guy on Friday in Arizona. We're going to Phoenix to get another to take another O, you know, and put it on a notch on his belt. And hopefully, things keep getting better for him. But he's a former Olympian. Keep an eye out for him, Cesar Villarraga. we're gonna shoot for it, see what happens. You know, good fighters. So looking forward to that. And
Well, congratulations.
yeah, and I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing LT fight because he's the kind of guy that I like in the fight game. I wish more boxers had his attitude. And the boxing game would be more entertaining than it can be sometimes. I get it. Boxing is such a science, and it's so beautiful that it can be boring when it's done to perfection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. People don't understand that. They just watch. It's crazy.
Yeah, we want to see guys that are not so perfect, and we want to see guys that come to fight.
Yeah, like this guy right here.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. But hopefully, we're gonna keep an eye on the bare knuckle, and hopefully we do see it come up and become more of a normal thing, and we can be buying pay-per-views to see bare knuckle fights.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
bare
it's gonna be
knuckle's
awesome.
free, baby. You don't gotta pay for it.
Oh yeah.
Eventually it'll be
Wow.
so big. You know, that's that right there.
Nice.
Good kid.
Right on.
Nice.
I'll confirm with you, Dave. I'm sure that winning or losing might have something to do with this, but I can try to get him on next week's show, if not the week after. But I kind of want to wait. I don't
Okay.
want to get ahead. You know what I mean?
Sure. I say let's bring him on, man. I mean, to be able to come back from that and then start taking away some O's from people, man. He's got to be a special talent. So congratulations to you guys and your team. Awesome.
Thank you. Now we got to get that win.
Omar, any last words, Omar?
It was a pleasure meeting you. It was awesome to hear your come up and your grind. And dude, good luck to you, man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Letting me come on. All you guys letting me come on here, and ladies, let me come on here and say what's up, and and give a little bit of my story and hear what y'all have to say and talk to y'all. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to hopefully talk to y'all again. And we all just keep grinding and moving up.
You're gonna have to come back on and show us those belts.
Hell yeah, we will. We'll do it up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Brittany, awesome. Thanks for bringing him on board.
Hell yeah!
Brittany,
I
I
knew
know
you
you got
guys
Arsenal
needed to
over
meet
there.
LT.
Oh yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Like I said, the old Mark Hall. If you ever go back in the books, back when Noah and Jesus was around, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Mark Hall, if I remember correctly, he knocked out like a 300-pounder in the UFC, like in less than a minute, right? I think that was him.
That was the first UFC championship fight.
I'm gonna pull him up right now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think it was him.
No, you're right, because the name of the guy that he fought was
Trevor said good luck. Thank you.
There he is right there.
No. Oh, there you go.
There's Mark right there. Boy, those are back in the day right there.
Go to videos. There's gotta be is it him? I'm trying to think. I can look that up. Let me see.
I'll see if I can find it on this side.
Paul Verlins.
I think it was Chemo or something like that he fought.
Koji, that one right there, the second one. UFC 9 Motor City Madness. I think the guy that was like 300 pounds.
Mark Hall?
Yeah, huge.
Like the second one there. Koji Kitao.
Ow.
Oh, right here. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I think that was it. Mark Hall.
Yeah, but he went at it with Don Fry. I mean, he was at it with everybody, but good dude. But that dude it didn't matter if he had gloves on, if he had nothing on. He was ready to go every day, all day long. Great teacher too. Amazing teacher.
Remember that one guy back in the starting UFCs that he would wear one boxing glove on his right hand or something like that.
Yeah. It was I'll look him up, but yeah, he fought like that. That's crazy, huh?
One boxing glove, because I think it was for his power hand, right? He didn't want to break his power hand.
Supposedly, but it was a mess. It was a mess. I don't even think he ever won a fight in the UFC.
No, I feel like as soon as someone starts grappling you have
Art Jimerson.
Art Jimerson.
Art Jimerson. He fought with his glove on.
Well, everybody.
I was hoping that you pull up that video, Omar, but it's all good. It's all good.
All right.
That's my bedtime.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thanks again for the 11th edition. We're going to keep on bringing amazing people in this. We're not only boxing, we're all combat. That's why we do it from all angles. You're blessed. You guys have a great one, and we shall see you all next week.
Thanks, y'all.